Hi guys, welcome back. You're still watching Trading Hour on CNBC TV18. Now we're going to discuss the big development that took place in the retail space. India's consumer goods companies may look at listing selective brands and products via JioMart. CNBC TV18's Priya Sheth has all the details for us. Remember, after that Reliance Facebook deal took place, JioMart went live on WhatsApp and across several places in Mumbai. So Priya is here to tell us about the FMCG companies that she has been talking to understand what the impact will be on the sector, and then we'll get a couple of experts to react to that as well. Priya, over to you.
Well, FMCG companies have been in conversation with JioMart for the last 3 to 4 months for the distribution tie-up. Now, we've been speaking to several FMCG companies across the board to assess the kind of impact it will have on their business model as well as the overall distribution system. Smaller FMCG players are quite happy because they expect to be benefited by the JioMart model. They're saying that because of their weak distribution structure, they haven't been able to reach pockets of the country, and JioMart will enable them to do that. As far as the larger FMCG companies are concerned, at this point in time, they're exploring innovative cost structures. Also, they're selecting the kind of products that they want to list via the JioMart platform. At this point in time, we understand that they will be doing a selective listing as far as products and SKUs are concerned on the JioMart platform, but they will take a decision to expand the product scope depending on the kind of demand that they see on the platform going forward. Now, what we also do understand is that most of the FMCG companies want to keep all the distribution channels intact, and they do not want to disband any of the distribution channels, and they're seeing JioMart as a new opportunity as far as the overall distribution system is concerned. So therefore, we really have to wait and watch how this shapes up, but they do expect the share of modern trade to go down in a little way because they're expecting much digitization of kiranas to take place on an overall basis.
Priya, thank you very much for that. That kind of sort of provides us a very nice inroad to the discussion that we have sort of going now with us. So we have Mr. Sunil Duggal, former CEO at Dabur, joining us. We have Vinita Bali, former Managing Director and CEO at Britannia Industries, joining us as well. Two really market and FMCG market veterans. Thanks very much, both of you, and I hope that both of you are well. Mr. Duggal, let me start by asking you first, how will this the WhatsApp, Facebook, WhatsApp and Jio deal change distribution and channel sourcing for FMCG? Are we likely to see a big change there from how it is done currently? I mean, right now we have thousands of distributors buying from FMCG companies, selling it to small kirana stores. But now, I mean, this is getting aggregated into one large player, not just one, but this is one large player now. What's your sense, sir? Let's begin there.
Can you call me on the phone instead?
Mr. Duggal, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm afraid
okay, all right. I think we lost the line with Mr. Duggal. We'll just have him back.
Sorry?
Okay, let me just, is this better, sir? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's very faint. Can you call me on the phone? So that may be better.
Okay. Let me just give it one more shot. I'll try to be louder. Mr. Duggal, my question was, how will distribution at FMCG companies change post the Jio WhatsApp deal?
Well, at the moment, it's just being piloted. So I think every FMCG company will be watching very carefully the outcome of the pilot. Obviously, the deal will have major ramifications once it's rolled out nationally. The Thane Mumbai pilot would be a precursor of things to come. But it's certainly seeing the humongous numbers which are involved. We are looking at 200 million households, 30 million retail outlets. It will impact the business of every consumer company, certainly that of Staples Company. In what way, we can't yet fathom, but I think there would be many issues such as channels, supply chain, the perhaps threat of private label being introduced by Reliance, all kinds of things. But certainly it's a game-changing initiative. And I think in the context of today's environment with the COVID infections, etc., it's even more relevant because the importance of the neighborhood grocer has never been more. I think we all have now become so dependent upon the neighborhood grocer in the last 1 month that it's kind of now becoming embedded in our psyche, and the Jio WhatsApp alliance would really empower the neighborhood grocer and make him far more relevant than ever before. So what we thought was a bit of a sunset platform, that of the local mom and pop grocer, has suddenly emerged as a force to reckon with, and perhaps a platform for the future, for future retail.
Ms. Bali, in your opinion, do you think that this will lead to, in some way, loss of pricing power for FMCG companies in the medium to long term?
I think it all depends on how the FMCG companies invest in their brands and play up their brands. You will recall when modern trade was coming, everybody thought that private label is going to take up a large chunk of the business from other branded organizations. But that happened to a smaller, not to a greater extent. I think the important thing here is that this is a game changer. It is great for consumers. I think it is great for the small retailers. And as far as the FMCG companies themselves are concerned, well, they just have, they have to just go back to their brands and look at what differentiates their brands. I think the nature of competition and the nature of competitiveness will change. So yes, to that extent, everybody has to be more geared up. But personally, the way I see it is, it's great news for consumers, and it is great news from the small neighborhood stores who, about 15 or 20 years ago, we were in the process of marginalizing, because we thought that modern trade would come and it would change decidedly how India buys. But of course, that did not happen.
Ms. Bali, how long do you think the scale-up would take? I mean, WhatsApp currently has about 400 million users in India. Reliance Smart is looking at 200 million active users to tap into them. How long do you think such a scale-up would actually take?
It all depends on the players. I think one of the things to be acknowledged and said about Reliance is that operationally, if they decide to do something, they do it with speed and they do it really fast. Jio itself is a great example of a disruptor, coming in and disrupting the telecommunications space. The advantages I see with this is, given 400 million users of WhatsApp, and with the experience that everybody has gone through right now, they've made it really easy to order online. The other thing that they've done is they made it really easy, because they're saying you can either go down to your neighborhood grocer and pick up what you've ordered, or it can even be delivered to you. So in terms of ease of serving the customer, I think it is a brilliant model. I think from the point of view of keeping a large number of what I call self-employed Indians in business, because every Kirana store is self-employed, again, it is a brilliant model. And I think it would behove well for the FMCG companies to actually take this on board in a constructive and a positive manner, because I do believe it is here to stay. I do believe it opens up a different channel of communication, of delivery and distribution. And, more than that, I think it opens up the access to consumption for a large number of people. And, it does so not just for the bigger companies, but also the smaller ones.
Okay, so JioMart has empowered the grocer. It is a very big positive for the consumer as well, and it's here to stay. But since both of you have run organizations that have been a very important part of this whole FMCG industry, I want to ask you your thoughts on what the situation is at the moment. Mr. Duggal, first to you. In this COVID-related lockdown, some FMCG products are doing extremely well, while others are not so much. but the supply chain is really the big issue that most companies are talking about. What do you see as the challenges at the moment, and in the post-COVID era, do you think that there would be a change in consumer preferences?
In the short run, certainly so, because the supply chain is now becoming functional once again. So we are seeing availability of products in the last few days much better than it was in the previous month. I think the problem lies more on the demand side now. And if you talk to grocers, etc., you'll find that staples, food staples in particular, categories like oral care, etc., are flying off the shelf. No issues with that. Healthcare products also. But if you take slightly more discretionary products in the personal care space, hair and skincare, those are moving more slowly because as in when people stay at home, they tend to consume less of those products. But essentials like food and oral care, etc., are still not being impacted at all. So overall, I think there is a big dent in demand, and that's something which will happen till the lockdown is lifted, and perhaps a little bit beyond that, because people would tend not to venture out. So it's going to be very negative for consumer companies in the short run, certainly in the next couple of quarters. And it'll recover slowly, obviously, when people resume the normal habits. But in the interim, I think there's going to be a lot of damage in terms of demand and consumption.
I want to get back to what this WhatsApp and Jio deal may mean. Mr. Duggal, in your opinion, do you think by some estimates, there are between 8 and 10 million Kirana stores across the country, hundreds of billions of dollars worth of trade. How easy is it going, not easy, but how difficult is it going to be to get a substantial portion of them digitized in that sense? There would be many who would not want to for obvious reasons. That question ties back to what Sonia was asking Ms. Bali in terms of scale up. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, this whole project of Jio with Reliance Retail is nothing new. It's been happening now in a pilot stage or pre-pilot stage, 2 years, maybe 3 years since. So I think they've done a lot of spade work in designing and building the supply chain, etc. The WhatsApp alliance has put a different facet to that whole initiative, and perhaps enables far more rapid scale up than it would have been possible earlier through the Jio apps, etc. But I think they still have to work on things like functional phone capability to run this whole network, WhatsApp network. Once they're able to get over these technical glitches, which I'm sure they will, I think we'll be surprised at the sheer pace of their scale up, just as everybody was surprised at how quickly Jio scaled up in a matter of 2 years, becoming the #1 network. So while this 30 million retail outlets or 200 million households may be a little utopian, I think they will become a very dominant and very powerful force in this whole space. And of course, nothing much will happen before the lockdown issues and other issues are sorted out. But once the dust settles, you will be surprised at how quickly they scale up. And I think every consumer company will be watching with them and engaging with them very, very, very closely. We certainly were in the past in Dabur, and I think the current management would pursue the same path. So don't be surprised as to the pace of change which this enterprise can get into play.
Ms. Bali, just on that point of, we were talking about whether FMCG companies will face pricing pressure eventually, and you talked about brands and how that becomes more important. But is there a natural advantage, some upside to FMCG companies as well? If you take modern trade, like DMart, etc., who, which probably also are not the best price providers for FMCG companies, but they do provide a certain bulk and volume. So in that sense, it provides predictability in terms of production schedules and perhaps leads to better efficiency for the companies themselves. Do you think that may be the upside in this deal for FMCG consumers? It is positive for consumers, of course, as you pointed out, but is there an upside that I pointed out for FMCG as well?
Yeah, if you look at it in the context of what Sunil also just said, let's assume a scenario where the scale up happens. The fact is that they've got the basics and they've been working on, correcting the, ironing out things in the system. So once they get the basics right and this scales up, it is going to become a very significant part of the availability channel, if you like, to the consumers. So FMCG companies cannot simply wish it away or ignore it. In fact, I think it is a big benefit because it enables products to be, reached to many more consumers, on time, etc. So I do believe that what this will cause, most or certainly the good companies to do is to go back to their supply chains, is to look at cost effectiveness, is to look at different ways to serve. This coming on the back of what we are just experiencing as a result of COVID is, I think, going to get many companies to question their ways of working. And I have no doubt in my mind, whether it is the supply chain or the entire value chain, how companies go to market, how companies relate to consumers, how consumers buy, a lot of this is going to be rebooted in the system. And I do believe, I'm an optimist, I do believe that all of this eventually will be for the good of consumers, customers, and the millions of small traders we have in the country. But FMCG companies have to really look at their business de novo and say what remains, what goes, what stays, and what needs to be evolved or modified. It's a great opportunity.
This will be a game changer for the industry. Vinita and Mr. Duggal, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your insights into what could be a very different scenario 6 months from now in the retail space. So that's the word coming in from our experts. It's a brilliant model, the JioMart WhatsApp model, in terms of ease of serving the customer, and will behold well for the FMCG companies as well. Let's do one thing. Let's take a quick commercial break on that note, but lots more coming up on the other side, so don't go anywhere.
What is Cred, you ask? Cred is a unique platform on which I manage all of my credit cards. It reminds you to pay your credit card bill so you never miss your due date. And paying your credit card bill